悪いけど、これからあんたにすること、全部ただの八つ当たりだから。
There are a lot of super talented Jett players in professional Valorant. It's an agent for those who want to go above and beyond what is supposed to be possible in a tactical shooter. Even so, few players seem to be able to deliver these wild pop-off rounds as consistently as TenZ. TenZ is a hunter at heart, and he seems uncontrollably drawn to seek out multi-kills, a fact that has a tendency to throw winnable rounds at times. On the other hand, TenZ is probably even more likely to single-handedly win his team a round. Either way, it's going to be an entertaining show. Who is your favorite Jett to watch? I've been trying to improve my operator play recently and wanted to analyze how TenZ uses Valorant's biggest gun to make some big time plays. Icebox is a fragger's paradise due to all the crazy angles that you can take to surprise your enemies. As the spawn barriers drop, we see TenZ immediately move to pipes for an aggressive peek into A main. The attacking Sova's recon dart flies past him, and instead of trying to shoot it, TenZ knows that he has a split second to make a play before it pings out his location. As the ping happens, TenZ is already up and over pipes to catch the rushing Sage and dashes out before anyone can fire back. Unfortunately for TenZ, the Sova has followed up with an owl drone that marks him with a bolt to prepare for Hunter's Fury. Fortunately for TenZ, he is Jett, one of the hardest to hit agents in all of Valorant. He retreats and updrafts over the Hunter's Fury beam and runs directly into the teleporting Omen, who is trying to pinch in from behind. Because TenZ has an operator, it's tough to defend after being pushed all the way off the site, so TenZ tries to get back into a dangerous position as quickly as possible. The thing I've noticed about the operator is that anytime you have it in your hands, you really want to use it to sort of force the other team to play a game of chicken with you, daring them to challenge you to try and enter your sphere of influence. TenZ holds a pretty safe angle while he waits for his Sova to reinforce, but once Sova dies, he knows that he needs to make a move. TenZ narrowly avoids a shot from Jett down below pipes, and he sees Raze throw her paint shells to defend against him pushing into screens. TenZ is on rafters, however, so the nade trail gives away Raze's positioning, and this allows TenZ to find a tight angle to punish her swing out from under the rafters. This is a pretty important moment I wanted to highlight because TenZ is extremely exposed to being shot from behind. It showcases TenZ's exceptional internal clock and greater spatial awareness that allows him to have a general idea of where the other agents are without actually being able to see them. It's possible that some of the time he gets shot in the back when he peeks the Raze, but it's pretty unlikely if we remember that he just saw Jett a split second ago below pipes, which means she likely cannot have wrapped around quickly enough. Sova ulted from back in A spawn earlier and was fairly recently still holding the flank. Since neither Jett or Raze had the spike, and it still has not been planted yet, it is unlikely that Sova has moved up onto the A site, and that makes this peek a little bit more safe. Now's when things get a little bit awkward because TenZ doesn't really know where the spike is, and both Jett and Sova could have rotated out of A. He pulls out his pistol to rotate since it allows him to run faster and is more useful on the move, and tries to beat the attackers to the B site before they can set up. He sees this random recon dart and determines that they have actually faked him out and are planting A. As he heads back to the A site, he sees Jett smoke on rafters, which likely means that she is playing near default and planting the spike. He sneaks through the screens and sees Jett briefly on the left of Nest and correctly guesses that she will try to retreat down A main for post plant. TenZ immediately whips out his Bladestorm and dashes forward to punish Sova if he had come up to try and trade out the Jett, and when he doesn't show, TenZ returns to the spike. Knowing that Sova is probably going to play back from either Nest or Belt to defend against the defuse, he smokes the spike and taps the defuse to try and fake going for half, and then immediately peeks out around the edge of his smoke at an angle that blocks him off from the Belt. Sova bites on the fake and eats an op shot for his trouble. TenZ then dumps his knives into the ground to reset his ultimate and defuses for a hard-fought ace and an extra ultimate point. TenZ is one of those players that everyone wants to play like, but can be kind of hard to emulate due to his supersonic reaction speed. I think, though, we can learn a lot from his quick and decisive decision making that allows him to seemingly make every single play he does with confidence. Sometimes believing that you can make a play and just going for it with confidence is enough to surprise your opponents to make that happen. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in another video.